Hey lovies, this is Michelle here at Like Matcha Tarot. I hope that you guys are all doing great. It is Tuesday evening, and yeah, I hope you guys have been having a great start to the week and all that jazz. I'll also say check out last night's reading. It was a really good one. Um, if you so choose to do so. But anywho, if you're new to the channel, thank you for coming in, and I hope you like what you see here. Decide to stick around. Um, hit that subscribe button and the like button, all that good stuff to stay up to date with things that I post and things like that, so we can be connected. And for those of you who've been rocking with your girl for a bit already, thank you for the continued support and welcome back. I love you guys very much. So without further ado, you guys saw in the hey, look at one of my soulies right there. What's up, girl? Love you and miss you. Um, yeah, so without further ado, we're gonna get started. Oh, speaking of getting started, check her out, the Phoenix Priestess. Check her out. Subscribe to her channel. She's been getting up there now, and I'm happy to see it. It makes me happy. So keep up the great work. I'm very proud of you for really going after it, because I know you said for a while you wanted to, and you're doing it. You're back. So I love to see that. I love to see that energy. It makes me happy. So love you. um, so yes, this is a collective message tonight. I earlier was like, I was like, I don't know what I feel inclined like to kind of read about. Like sometimes I have like an idea in my head, and I'm like, let's see what spirit says. And I didn't feel much of anything. Only thing I was feeling was like a weird like energy of like, and Lati said it in her reading a little while ago. Those of you who know who she is, Tears of Wheat Tarot show, and she was in her reading just a little while ago. She was like, it's just like this weird like feeling like uh like something just seems amiss for some people. And I felt like that too, because I was like, damn, like if I do happen to read, what the hell am I gonna read about? So I started like thinking, I was like, either just a straight up energy read, or like a what's the tea kind of reading, right? That's what I was kind of picking up on. And she ended up doing like looking deeper into what that stuff was like, and it was very similar kind of energy to that. It was like evil eye and stuff like that. So we definitely want to be careful with people who are sending negative energy our way. Cheers to that. But I did pull a few different decks just to see what's going on, and then I felt inclined to do a Kipper reading. Haven't done one of these in a while, so figured why the fuck not. I do see some folks popping in, and I welcome you guys. Some new faces or names that I haven't seen before, so welcome. Hope you guys decide to stick around and support the channel and get a message out of here. Um, Greatly appreciate you guys for being here. So let's see what's going on with the collective. Clear, accurate messages for the collective. What do they need to see at this time for their highest good spirit? Clearest and most accurate messages, please and thank you. And like I said, this is just a collective message at this time. I do plan on starting up on doing like personals on the live again soon. I'm just trying to get my momentum back up of being consistent on here again, and then we will get there. But hello everybody, and thank you for popping in, and thank you Destiny for saying I'm pretty. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Ooh, I like this. High honor starting out. That's a nice way to start out. Okay, so high honor could represent like just being in a place of like high stature. It could represent things like raises, or just being like, acknowledged and noticed for your hard work and dedication. I'm getting something like that. Wonder where this is gonna go. Maybe some of you guys, hey Queen. What's up, Queen Empress? This is just a collective tonight, lovey. Yeah, I was just saying just a moment, like right before you popped in, I was just saying, like, I'm going to get back into doing them again soon. I'm just trying to get my momentum back, get back into the swing of things. But I do plan on trying to get back to doing those too. But thank you for popping in. If you would like to stick around, that would be great. But if not, understood. I know you guys really like the private readings. But you know, there could be a message in here for the collective as well. Ooh, I like this. So we have change. Change is good, is what I heard. Change is good. Some of you guys might be getting ready to get a new car or thinking about getting a new car. I'm also getting like this energy of just like moving on to like, you know, bigger, better pastures. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, like we did just get the energy of like high honor. So some of you guys might be leaving a job or something like that. Yeah, concern is here on the bottom. Interesting. Ooh, false person. See, now I just was saying in my girl Lati's reading a little while ago. Check her out, Tears and Wheat Tarot show. She was picking up on like weird energy, and then lo and behold, she started picking up on like false people and stuff like that. All of a sudden, I got hot when I said that. Like, there's literally like it looks like a flame behind them, like false person type shit. I'm getting like maybe gossip or people like acting like they're your friend, or like I heard friend or foe. Like they act like they're, you know, cool with you 1 minute and then they're talking about you behind your back. Like I'm getting a lot of different stuff. Um, this person could be a very childish person, and it could be one of those things like, you know, just need a change of scenery almost, like, you know, to step away from people and energies that might be like that. You know, take the messages as they resonate, because everybody's going through different things, so there's going to be different messages popping up. Yeah, high honor is here again though, officially on the spread. Interesting. And it came out with imprisonment. So Matthew, what the hell are the odds that when you come onto the first off, welcome. But as soon as you pop up and I look up, what's here? Imprisonment. You just said you're in a lockdown at school. Well, first off, I hope you're safe. I hope everything's okay. But the fact that as soon as you came in, this came out. That's pretty wild. Holy shit. But yeah, like I said, I hope you're safe. I hope you're okay. Um, Otherwise, I'm also just kind of picking up on like folks maybe feeling like they've been kind of tied down to something, feeling like locked in place, feeling like it's time to move on again. Like I said, yeah, see, moving on. We have journey. We have journey here. So yeah, I'm sending all the prayers to you. I'm so sorry you're in that position right now. Oof, that's scary. I'm sorry. Okay, Queen Empress. Got a burp and it's not coming out. Sorry. Excuse me. Every time I read, every time I burp throughout the day, and every time I read, every time. All right, tell us more. What else is going on with the collective at this time that they need to know at this time for their highest good? Oh, by the way, guys, if you hear the smoke detector, ignore it. For those of you who know, you guys know, but like if you've been on here before, but what happens a lot for me is like I'll replace those batteries over and over, but they get zapped. Between that and light bulbs lately, everything keeps getting zapped. It's because I've been reading more lately too. So it's like I think the energy just like it just pulls everything. And I'm just like, oh, here we go again. How many times I have to go on this damn step ladder to change these batteries? So I promise I'm safe. You know, there's plenty of smoke detectors throughout my apartment. So I know, you know, people get concerned like, your smoke detector's going off. I mean, it's beeping. And I'm like, I understand. And thank you for the concern. But like I said, even light bulbs have been like dying out super quick. I'm like, what the hell? It's really strange. Yeah, see, it's definitely, I'm getting this is like job related. We have for the majority of you anyway who might resonate with this. We have expectation here, and it came out along with occupation. So you might be waiting on a call or an email from another job, something like that. It's like I heard free yourself. It's like it's giving me this energy of you've been confined in an area in terms of career and finance, and you are ready to move and jump ship. You're like, I can't do this shit anymore. You're just waiting for the opportunity to come that's going to be better than what you currently. Yeah, some of you guys, I'm getting a lot of messages, so bear with me. It's like you're on the pathway to, success, and there's been a lot of disappointments, like a lot. I'm getting like people living paycheck to paycheck and things like that. And trust me, there, don't be ashamed or embarrassed, because I've been in that boat too. I'd be like, damn, how the hell do I have more money now than I did before, and I'm struggling more? Like, but like cost of living and stuff, it's going up. Like, there's just, a lot of people are going through it right now. But yeah, there's definitely this energy of like moving on. Some of you might travel by train soon, or like long distance driving, getting that as well. For a woman, yeah, house. This is something that also impacts, for those of you who are resonating, this could also impact your home life. It could cause stress, like in relationships. Like, let's say if you have a bad day at work and you've been really going through it, and you have people that you live with, your spouse or boyfriend or girlfriend, your kids, whatever. You come home, the last thing you need is for them stressing you out, and then here they are bombarding you with, hey, what's for dinner, do this, do that. It's like, god damn, can I just get a moment of silence? Can I just get a moment to clear my head? And you might be feeling a little bit of that pressure too. I'm getting something like that. Let me know if that resonates. Very interesting though. Tell us more. Let's get a few more from here, and I'm going to pull some energy cards as well. See what's going on there. Yeah, see, you guys have been. Ooh, this is definitely work related. Okay, so I got my career and finance decks next to me as well. So wasn't sure where this was going, but you guys have been working really, really hard and feeling like I'm getting like overworked and underpaid energy. It's like put all that effort and time into an occupation, or just something that you've been doing for a long time, and then you feel like you get nothing out of it, and it's like, okay, well, when am I going to reap my rewards? And you're going to reap those rewards when you change the direction and trajectory of where you are. Release yourself from wherever you are, and that's when you're going to start to see things coming through. I'm getting like higher positions, more money, things like that, for confirmation. I was about to also say one. That's my brother's sneezing as I was about to say that. That's another. I don't know if you guys could hear him in the other room, sneezing like crazy as I'm saying this. Sneezing. Wow, yeah. Between sneezing, burps, sirens, like, and I just cleansed the whole house too, so that could be why he's, yeah. Sorry, guys. Yeah, he's going through it right now. Sorry, bro. At this stage, all that energy is, seeping out. So, and I opened all the windows. So, like, sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But, yeah, sorry. I'm going to turn the music up just a tiny bit. Hope I don't get flagged again on YouTube, but whatever, it's fine. Just so you guys don't have to keep hearing that. But, what I was about to say is, it's like, it's definitely giving me, like, again, like that overworked, underpaid, you know, just knowing that it's time to, move forward. You know what I mean? Cleanse yourself of, and rid yourself of energy that no longer serves you. When you stay at jobs and stuff for too long, or any kind of situation that you've just put so much time and effort into, and it's not for you anymore, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's like I saw a thief on the bottom of the deck before I started to shuffle again, and like it's kind of giving me like energetic vampire type shit, like people and situations that zap your energy. Kind of like how I was just talking about the batteries from the smoke detectors. Like it's like a zap of the energy, and it's definitely time to kind of, regroup and just like figure out, okay, what's my next step here? So I'm definitely picking up on, for those of you who are resonating, just giving, moving on from an occupation or a job or whatever, putting your resume out there, and I heard high demand. Like I'm getting, you might get like more than one offer all at the same time. And you might have to do like counter offers and stuff like that. Like, well, another company offered me this. Like I'm getting something like that. Claim it, baby. Look. You are gonna have a choice. There's 3 cards. I was about to jokingly say 3 is the magic number. You know, those of you who remember Schoolhouse Rock, if you were around at the time back in the day, used to be on like, it was like a little quick little segment on like ABC and stuff in the mornings on Saturdays. But anyway, so we have sudden wealth here. Yas. I'm all for it. Along with lovers. Now, lovers could represent, you know, different things, but in this case, I feel like it's representing choices. It could also represent something in terms of love, like, you know, a romantic partnership. But here I think is about choices because we also have concern. So it's like you have a choice to make, right? And it has to do with finances. So it's like, you know, which opportunity is going to present itself the best and what's going to, you know, actually provide me a sense of, you know, something that can help me sustain myself, what is going to help me utilize my talents in a way that is suitable for me and worth my while. Because for a long time, I'm getting that you guys have felt like this. This is in the reverse on the bottom of the deck, by the way. But you guys have felt like this for a long time, right? But it's in the reverse. So it's giving me like you're getting out of this energy. It's giving me almost like there's another card in here that's like the 5 of Pentacles is the despair card. I did see it while I was shuffling, but it's giving me even that energy too. You know, like you could have been working at a job and busting your ass, and then you know it might have literally put you in bad health. Like literally, like you know, I'm getting heart problems, gut problems, bad headaches. Like I'm like just a lot of stress. You know, maybe um turning to, you know, substances to cope. That seems very specific. That's not going to be for everybody, but it happens to a lot of people. I know so many people who, you know, never touched alcohol or drugs or anything a day in their life, and all of a sudden, they're turning to those things to cope with and self-medicate so that they don't have to, you know, deal with, you know, the stuff that they have to deal with on a daily basis or escape it just for a moment. And it happens to the best of us. As I get ready to take a sip of my wine. Sometimes I do the same thing. You know, them kids, they be whooping my ass at work and shit. And I'm just like, I need a little bit of wine or a nip of some alcohol or something to, you know. But you know, I say it in jest and being kind of funny or whatever, but yeah, yeah. So it's like, you know, you might have had a shitty boss. No official person is here on the top of the deck, and it's in the reverse. Like this could be somebody who is just like I'm getting like a, you know, emperor energy in the reverse, like from a tarot deck, and that's like, you know, it could be like a bad boss, and oh hey Una, how are you? Or yeah, I think that's how you say your name, Una. Um, right now I am not doing, and I see Queen just helped with that, thank you, love. Yeah, I'm not doing personals tonight. I'm gonna start. I gotta get there though, because everybody's asking like, when am I gonna do them again? I think because like I'm starting to build momentum a little bit slowly again and be bit on here more often, and people are like, they know that's what I do, so it's like no, don't say sorry, don't say sorry. If you want to stick around for the collective, you can, and if not, perfectly understandable. You could subscribe and then hit the notification bell so that way you know when I do start doing them again. Like I said, I think I want to try to do them like in the next like week or so. Start doing them again. Oh, you're from Ireland. Welcome from Ireland. I love that. Love that. I'm here in the States, in Connecticut. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, see, your money might have been funky with great fortune here in the middle of the deck in the reverse. So money could be a little bit funny because of this stuff. Look how the cards are like, oh, like spilling out now. Let's see. I'm not going to be able to take all these. This is way too many cards. But, yeah, oof. A lot of different things going on here. Yeah, it's definitely giving me, like I was saying before, yep, thief is here again. Like, I was saying before, like it could like have zapped your energy and stuff, and maybe fucked with your money, and it's shown up again. Like I said, like energy vampire. That energy showed up again too. Let's get like one more, maybe 2 more from here. And as the messages resonate, guys, let me know in the comments. Or you could like send some reactions if you don't feel comfortable commenting in the comments. If you haven't done so, you can hit the like button, subscribe. All those different things are super helpful when it comes to helping support my small little channel. But it'll get bigger. It's growing slowly but surely. I just have to be more consistent again. But I'm getting there, and I just love seeing new people popping in and actually sticking around. So that makes me really happy that I'm reaching, a bit of a broader audience, and you guys are actually enjoying the content. That makes me happy. So thank you guys for being here. So we have house in the reverse. And I had mentioned like a little while ago, I was like, I'm getting that for some of you, it could impact your home life too. And, naturally we all want to have like that, the ideology of, oh, you don't bring, work home, you don't bring home to work. But it happens, right? It's really hard to separate those things, right? And compartmentalize in that way. So some of you guys might be struggling with that too. So just be mindful, because like I can speak, from experience that like, it's really hard, like if you have a stressful job and stuff like that, to not bring that home with you and not, be, in your head and all of that. But, you know, try to remember work is work. And when you get out of there, as soon as you get out, just detach, you know, don't bring, your workload home. I've done that before. Like, don't, as a teacher, I've definitely brought my workload home. Um, Assistant teacher, I should say. I'm an assistant teacher, but I bring work home from time to time, like, and I'm just like, oh, I want to be the best assistant teacher ever. And it's like, girl, separate yourself a little bit. So some of you guys might resonate with something like that, try not to bring work home with you. Home is home, and try to enjoy your sanctuary. That's somewhere where you're supposed to have your most peace, right? Yeah. And look, I said it before and I'm saying it again. There's a poverty card here, so there could be some financial issues happening, and it affects the home life. It affects everything, right? One more from here. And it's one of those kind of things where it's like, the more that you stay at a place where you've overstayed your welcome, it's just pushing more and more out of there and saying it's time to go. It's time to go. So this is definitely giving me career and finance. Wasn't sure where it was going to go, but that's what we're getting. Adjudication and mature man. I'm not sure if for some of you guys here, the boss that we were talking about before could be a older man. We also have adjudication here, like I said. So it's like a judgment call kind of thing. I'm getting more than one message, so bear with me on that. This seems a little bit specific. This is not going to be for everybody. In the near future, because the right side of my nose started to itch when I'm about to say this. What might happen for some of you, you might have to like, I'm getting like severance package type shit. Like, let's say you've been at a place for a long time and you have like, a package with them. When you leave, up getting like exit interview type stuff, and like having to kind of, talk to people you don't necessarily want to talk to. But it might be like to make sure that you get all of your, all of your things in order, your funds and stuff like that. I'm also getting that you might have to like, this is, like I said, this is very specific. Like I could literally like kind of see it happening. Some of you guys might have to like train like people that are underneath you, so that they could be prepared for your position moving forward. Like I'm getting a lot of different things. So there could be like a panel of people that you might have to sit in front of, like to talk about why you're leaving the job. You know how they do analytics nowadays at some jobs, where like they want to understand why people are leaving and stuff like that. So I'm getting something like that. It's very interesting though. And one of the heads of it might be like an older male is what I'm kind of getting. Yeah, because we have message of concern here. Very interesting. Hey Susie, what's up? How are you? Yeah, and it's all because of a false person. So just also be mindful of like people who sell you a hope and a dream, trying to keep you around type of thing. I'm getting that too. Yeah, because it's over. It's dead. It's dead in the water, baby. It's time to go. It's time to bounce. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna pull from the energy oracle cards here, and to see like, if we could get a little more insight about what we're seeing already from the Kipper, and then keep it moving from there. We'll pull some tarot and all that, and maybe some advice and stuff, just to see. Yeah, a lot of disappointments, and it puts you in a place where you're in your head. You're trying to, I heard finalize. I heard finalize some decisions. Like, what do you do from here, right? I saw, okay, thankfully while I was shuffling, it still stayed adjacent possibilities, right? I'm getting like you're holding the key to success. I picked up on like there's gonna be options possibly for you where there's gonna be like counter offers and stuff like that. And as I'm shuffling, we also have happy family. So it's like, these new opportunities that might present themselves are going to allow, just look, as I'm shuffling, I'm just saying, these are the things that are showing up just as I shuffle. Like, I'm not even doing anything yet. The thinking woman. It's like, there's a lot of planning here. A lot of planning. Some of you guys might have air in your chart or just be very analytical individuals. I'm even getting like IT people. Let me know if any of you guys are into IT. If that's what you do for work, that's pretty cool. My brain doesn't work that way. I'm not that smart. But that's pretty cool stuff. Yeah, I'm getting like maybe IT people, people who do a lot of like analytical things, have to really think outside of the box. I'm getting something like that. People who might also work with like doing things like procedures and policies, like I'm getting like HR folks. I'm getting a few different things popping up. Interesting. We have Angel of Strength here on the bottom. Some of you guys might have Leo in your chart. And if not, you're just like in that energy right now. You're finding like that sense of strength and like resilience within yourself to push forward and make change with this 50 here, which adds up to 5. 5 is all about change. I've been seeing the number 5 a lot lately in different variations. And some of you guys might be, in that same boat where you just, you know there's a change coming. You're just waiting for it to happen, waiting for those opportunities to present themselves. So I will say, I do like what I'm seeing so far. I feel like you guys have, been through a lot, but you're also like optimistic, and you're like, and also taking charge too. Like, you're not just sitting around like waiting for things to happen. Like, you're like, fuck that, I'm gonna take charge and, make things happen. Sometimes to see the change, you have to be the change. And look what's here again. And look what's here, also here again. These cards showed themselves before, and they're here again. Officially on the spread now, though. We have Angel of Strength here, official on the spread, along with adjacent possibilities, which we also saw while we were shuffling. So the fact that those cards are showing up again is definitely letting us know that you guys have options. And, people are not going to be playing in your face no more. You're not allowing it. So it's like, now the ball is kind of in your court. Yeah, as I say, the ball is in your court. Now we got, this door to spirit. You're being guided and led to a new opportunity. So it's just a matter of, making sure that you pick the opportunity that best suits what you need at this time. So something that makes you feel fulfilled, something that makes you feel like your talents and your gifts that you bring to the table are being, and your experience as well, are being utilized in a way that actually is beneficial to not just you, but to where you work, and vice versa. The worst thing is like to feel like you just like are wasting your time and your efforts and your talents because you're not being appreciated for the hard work that you put in. So we've all gone through it at some point or another, and some of us have stayed at jobs way longer than we should. In situations way longer than we should, and don't feel that sense of appreciation. So it's your time to shine, baby. With the sun here. More Leo energy there, by the way. So it's like somebody's got Leo in their chart in here somewhere. And if not, then like I said, you're just in that really like bright, fired up ass energy, and I love it. Like, you guys are like, this is about prosperity. This is about growth. All kind of great things happening here. Overall happiness. So take that. Blossoming abundance. Okay. Spirit ain't playing with y'all. And remember I was saying something about the number 3? Look, I'm telling you, there might be like 3 different job opportunities that might present themselves. I picked up on that earlier randomly, and I was like, I don't know why I'm getting the energy of 3, and we were talking about, opportunities and choices and shit. And now we're talking about blossoming abundance, which is obviously about money. And 3 is on that card. And I jokingly said 3 is the magic number. So now my nose is itching again on the right side. So that's about future energy. So some of you guys might have like an option of like up to 3 jobs. Confirmation as my phone just went off. Some of you guys might have like an option of like 3 jobs or up to 3 jobs that you could choose between. You just have to, use your discernment. Hey, girl, hey. There goes one of my soul sisters right there. We have Aya Inspired Tarot Show. Aya Inspired Tarot Show. I'm combining you and Lati's channels together. At this point, we are all one, right? But yeah, we have Aya Inspired Tarot here. Check her out. She's another great reader. Amazing at what she does. Just like how I was talking about my other home girl and home slice up at the tippity top. She was the first person here. Phoenix Priestess. So if you want to scroll up and if you see her name, she's starting to do some content on here, and I'm just super proud of her, and I'm so grateful for those that support me. I always gotta make sure I show my support too. And grateful, super grateful, and grateful again for those of you who are new and are supporting as well just by being here. 3113, as I said that. All right, so we have the 7th chakra Archangel Uriel here. It technically was in the reverse. I'm kind of getting like your crown chakra might be a little bit fucked up. It happens to the best of us, trust me. So that's about being able to receive like downloads from spirit and stuff like that, right? Those of you who believe in like the idea of like, spiritual gifts and psychic abilities and stuff like that. And a lot of you guys might possess them. Technically we all do, but what I mean is like people who actually utilize them and choose to do so. It's kind of saying like your crown might be a little, might need a little bit of readjustment. It's okay. It happens to the best of us, and if you work from the ground up or the root up, you can, figure out kind of where there might be something kind of amiss, and go from there. We have man holding a coin here on the top, on the bottom rather. In the top we have, whoa. It's giving me like head over heart almost. Because we have man holding a heart and man holding a coin. There was nothing about love showing up in this reading at all before, but that's interesting. So I'm kind of getting this, could be more of an energy thing, because usually, in this deck, it's like, that's like love options and stuff. Like, ooh, there's a love option here. Here I'm getting more, especially with that crown chakra energy that just showed up, especially with it in the reverse. I'm getting like trying to figure out how to make a head over heart decision, right? If let's say if you again you've maybe been at a place, in terms of work too long, but there's like maybe an emotional attachment to it, oh, I put so much time and effort here, so I really want to try to stay, or you really connect with like your coworkers and love them. I experienced that at jobs before too, like we're working together for so long, I can't like not work with y'all no more. It's hard. Or like I work at a school. I'm gonna be a wreck if I ever leave my job. I'm gonna be a fucking wreck. Like 3333. When I said that, I will be a wreck. I already know, because I love my students so much. Like that will be a hard transition for me. Yeah, because there's love related to this. Angel of love here. So it's like, it's giving me like you want to love what you do, but at the same time, like don't let your heart get the best of you when it comes to making a judgment call about what's best for you in terms of your career moves. You know what I mean? Like you can't stay at places where you know that you're not going to grow and develop. So, emotional fulfillment only goes so far. You have to have both, balance it out. It's kind of what I'm getting. Interesting. Let's get like maybe 2 or 3 more from here. And then we'll look into some tarot. Turn this down just a tad because I do not want to get flagged. I probably will get flagged because it was up too high. But my brother was like sneezing like crazy, and like I said, I saged, and then I was talking about something, and all of a sudden like he just started sneezing like crazy. I'm like, damn. That's a message and a half right there. All right, tell us more. Tell us more. What's going on? Thank you. What we got? They flipped for a reason. They were in a different position. Now they came out like this. I see why. All right, so we have door to personal healing and happiness. It's an up right now. It was in the reverse when it was in the deck apparently because it flipped. And we also have, and this as well was also in the reverse technically, and then it came out. It flipped and landed on my lap. So I'm gonna take it as it came out. It came out like this for a reason. Sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron. Now this is in the upright, so it's kind of giving me like, especially with that last card that just came out, which was the crown chakra, and it's out of whack. It's almost giving me like if there's a blockage anywhere, it could be in the third eye. You get that balanced out, that crown balances out, and that's when you're going to start to see a lot of changes happening overall in your life because it's all connected. So you'll see like, a lot more happiness down the line when it comes to your overall, development and growth and healing, happiness, like all that good stuff, right? Finances are going to be looking better too. Like a little bit of everything is going to start to shift and change. So, that could be where the blockage is. Um, there are definitely things you can do to work on that. I strongly suggest just like doing like a lot of meditative things and stuff like that to figure it out. And this is the times where like actually like, technology works in our favor because, if you don't know for sure something, 3636 as I'm saying this, if there's something you just aren't so sure of, Google it. Look for reputable sources that can kind of tell you or give you some hints about how you can unblock the third eye or any other chakras. I'm actually going to be doing a session soon with I Inspired Tarot, aka Veronica, soon for Reiki healing because I've never done that and I know I want to do that. I've wanted to do that for a long time and I also would like to be a practitioner one day, like when I'm ready to, get to that point. I have some work to do first, I feel like. But once I, and where I feel like I um, feel comfortable where I can help people in that way, I want to help myself first. So help myself first and then be able to help others in a different capacity than what I already do. Um, so I'm just saying, I'm sharing that information because she does that. So if you guys are, trying to figure out, if there's a blockage somewhere, that might be your person. Just saying. Um, yeah, because look, remember I was saying that, even finances are going to start looking up and changing. Look what's on the bottom of the deck when I say that financial constraints. And we saw that show up earlier in the reading. Yeah, we need that, right? And there's also this energy of maybe the sacral chakra being a little bit blocked too, because we do have second chakra Archangel Ariel here, but it was in the reverse as well. That's on the top of the deck. So it's giving me, the blockages could be anywhere between the sacral and the crown. I mean, that's like damn near all the chakras at that point. So you just might need a little bit of attunement. Um, and that's okay. It happens to the best of us. Get those all balanced out. And once you start to do that, you're going to see a lot of things start to, shift and change. So like it really is, an internal thing too. It's not always the external factors. I was talking about this on the reading I did last night. A lot of times our internal world reflects in our outside world. So if there's work that needs to be done inside, it's going to reflect in different areas of your life. So just make sure that you keep that as a mental note for yourself, myself included. The thinking man is here. We talked about him earlier, and now he's officially in the spread. So, I just heard thinking of a master plan. Yeah, exactly. Thinking of a master plan of how to, move past your circumstances. You're strategizing. Come on, spirit. Come on with it. You guys are strategizing. And that's really dope. Like to really just sit there and, get your thoughts together and just be like, okay, so I'm getting like resume writing. I'm getting, you know, just, you know, a lot of different things I'm getting, some people might actually do like, I heard, continuing education. So like some people might do like a continuing education course or something, like to kind of bulk up their resume type of thing. You know, sometimes those courses only take, you know, a few weeks, and, you know, boom, now you have a, you know, a credential that you could put on your resume to make you stand out, you know, in the field that you want to, you know, put yourself out there in. I'm getting a few different things. So we have the garden and the gate here. You know, it only takes you going over that gate to get to that happiness, right? All those great things that are on the other side of that, you hold the key. The key to success is kind of what I'm getting. She literally has a key around her neck. You know, just don't forget, like, you know, I just heard the word amplify. Like, you can amplify your opportunities by recognizing your greatness and understanding that, you know, you are way more competent and powerful than you give yourself credit for sometimes. Sometimes you guys might forget that. And then, you know, you think about all the external factors that, you know, contribute to your circumstances, forgetting that, you know, it starts from within, right? Get that willpower within yourself and that strength, that courage to go push towards, you know, the things that you really want to do. Go after it full speed. And we got the thinking woman here now. So thinking man, thinking woman, they're showing up again, like kind of back to back together almost. So that's very cool. Yeah, and I was picking up on possible like IT people just a moment ago, like a little while ago, and I was like picking up on IT. I don't know why I'm picking up on that. And then who shows up other than you? I hate to say that. So it's like I'm just saying, you know, somebody might really resonate with the idea of wanting to you know, get their feet wet with, you know, learning more information about that, like information technology type stuff. I'm terrible with computers and technology in that way, so that is just something I'm not into. But I mean, by all means, for those of you who are, it's very cool. You know, and she uses those skills as leverage. Exactly, exactly what I'm saying. Like, how do you, you know, bulk up your resume and stuff, right? When you're up for promotions and things like that, you can always be like, hey, well, by the way, I also have these credentials, right? They can't argue with that. So it's like, you know, the more, you know, that the more staying power that you have, and you're showing off, like, you know, your abilities and your skills, and also like an eagerness to like learn and do new things, like those things all look great. So just saying. All right, let's do maybe a quick little 5 to 6 card spread with the tarot. And then I think I might pull some career and finance cards for you guys. And maybe a little last advice. And then I think that'll be it. I might at the end, that's if you guys decide to stick around. There might be like bonus cards after all of those other cards if you guys want to stick around. If not, perfectly understandable. It could just be like a quick little bonus, like what's behind the scenes kind of stuff going on, because we were picking up on like gossip and stuff too. And there might just be something going on for some of you guys behind the scenes that, you know, Spirit's like, oh, well, we want them to know that too. But, you know, that's if you guys want to stick around for that part. You can't make this shit up even if you wanted to. And of course, it's not here because it was. Oh no, it is. I lied. Because this was the first card that showed itself, like on the bottom of the deck, and then it came out as one of the first cards in the spread itself from these cards. And then what's on the bottom of the tarot? Lo and behold, the strength. I kept picking up on possible Leo energy. So if there are any Leos in the motherfucking building, stand up. um, welcome. All right, Spirit. Let's get like an overall energy for the collective when it comes to career and finance from the tarot. Let's see what else we could kind of know about what's happening here. This is definitely career and finance. Well, there you go. First card out from the Kipper was the change card, and what's here? The Hanged Man. So it's definitely about releasing, right? And letting go. You know, you have to sometimes make some painful sacrifices to, you know, move in a new direction and where you're meant to go. So it's like you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Holding on to the things that no longer serve you. What is that doing for anyone? Nothing. other than causing you more stress and angst, right? Yeah, it's time to close out the cycle. The world card is here. And there will be a sense of success and completion, right? Like, as you close that out. And it's actually a mirrored number now that I'm looking at it. 1221. Or you can also read it as 2112. Either way, it's a mirrored image or a mirrored number. Very, very, very interesting. Hey, Monique. Yes, out with the old, in with the new. I love saying that. Tell us more. What's like some incoming energy for the collective? What else do they need to know? What we got? What we got? All right, so just want to see the other cards. Yep. So I'm getting this energy of, even though I'm asking about incoming, I feel like they're putting emphasis on the fact that because this is how it came out, this is how it fell on the floor. So this is how I'm going to accept it, especially with the cards that are surrounding it. It's the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. That's about okay, first off, the Knight of Pentacles is already super slow to begin with, right? That's about like slow and steady wins the race. Nothing wrong with that. But when it's in the reverse, it's even slower, and that has to do with things slowing you down, like obstacles and things like that. But it could also be like a lack of motivation within yourself to push through. I'm getting something like that. Yeah, it says uninspired, so it's like yeah, being underpaid. It's like, yeah, again, like you're not about to keep letting people play in your goddamn face. Why? Because this is how you've been for way too damn long. Five of Pentacles. So whether they play with your money or they steal from you and take from your energy, like on a more like you know metaphysical level slash energetic level, like e- either way, it's like they're constantly taking and sucking the life out of you, and that's not cool. You know what I mean? And you guys are you're becoming a little bit more privy to this now with the Sun card here, right? There's I was about to say resignation. That's not the word I wanted to say, but that's what came out. Resignation. You guys are about to leave a job. A lot of you guys. Yeah, and it literally says freedom here. Come on now. Resign, right? But what I was gonna say is there might be this energy of like, damn, I can't even get the word out now because like they're like the word that you were trying to say is not the word that we wanted you to say, even though it coincides with this card. They're like, nope, what you said is exactly what we wanted them to hear. Okay, spirit, fine, okay. Because well, I wanted to try to say something along the lines of like shining light upon, like, okay. The word I wanted to use, I think, was realization, and they're like, no, yes, but no. Like they really wanted there to be a emphasis on the word resign, resignation. So I'm like, okay. And those words are very similar, or they sound very similar, right? Resignation, realization, like, yeah. They're like, yeah, nah. So yeah, they're like, there's some hard choices to be made here with this two of swords, and it's not going to be easy. So you really have to figure out what's going to make you happier in the long run. And if you know that you're not in a place that makes you happy, then you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta move forward. It's one of those easier said than done kind of scenarios because trust me, if anybody understands, it's me. Like I've been at my part-time job for going on 17 years, and I haven't been happy there in a very long time. Very, very long time. So it's like, and when I say a long time, I mean at least probably like maybe 6 years now. Probably more, honestly. Like things got better and then it got worse. So, and I still stay for whatever reason. I guess I'm a glutton for punishment or something. I don't know. But yeah, we can't, don't be like me, okay? Don't stay at a job for 17 years knowing that you hate it. Like, no. you know, there ain't enough goddamn money in the world for that. Don't stay anywhere where you don't feel, that your gifts and your talents are appreciated, or where it zaps off your energy, that like you get anxiety when you're driving to your job, like shit like that. That's not cool. No. We don't want that, right? We're moving past those types of energy. So That's a, kind of take heed warning kind of thing. Like spirits is saying, like, no more of that. No more. All right, spirit. What's going on behind the scenes that the collective might not be aware of? What's going on behind the scenes that they might not be aware of? Where's the most accurate message, please? They're like, well, there are things happening. I like it. See, that card came out in the reverse for a reason. Yep. Came out in the reverse for a reason. I was like, how am I supposed to read it? And I looked at the other cards surrounding it, and it makes a lot of sense. You guys are letting go of the pain and suffering and disappointments from your current place of employment. I'm getting like people who have like what's it called, job trauma and stuff like that. Like you've had jobs that you literally have trauma from, trauma bonds and all kind of shit, just overall trauma responses, things like that. Like this is coming to an end. You guys are putting an end to it by choice, and that's going to allow for new proposals to come in with this Knight of Cups, and it's going to be something that you're going to actually really like. It's going to allow you to be able to use your creativity. I'm getting, because it literally says creative expression up at the top, and it's giving me like, I don't typically read the card, but there's something that's telling me to read it. I'm actually going to read the whole thing. It says romantic proposals. Now, obviously, we're talking about career and finance, so it's a little bit different. Offers, invitations, taking action, following your heart, attraction, dating, affection, your ideal woman or man, and amiable, intelligent young person full of new ideas and proposals. I like that a lot. That last part, for some reason, really stuck out to me. You guys have a lot of creative ideas and things like that. And this is going to give you a chance to be able to use that. Aside from the fact that there's going to be offers coming in, I'm also getting this is an opportunity for you guys to be, more creative and use your talents and your gifts. And I've mentioned that earlier too. There could be some fears and anxieties surrounding this with this Four of Swords here, but I'm getting like rest assured that things are going to work out. It's just a matter of taking a moment, woosah, you know, being able to take that leap of faith and do something new and something different. Whether it's a completely new role or just the new you know location slash company and stuff like that. But there's a lot of positive energy that I'm picking up from this. This is gonna allow you to level the fuck up, level up, level up, level up with the Empress energy. Like you're giving birth to a new version of yourself in the process, and I'm getting like even birthing new creative ideas too. So there's a lot going on here in a good way. I like it. Let's see. Tell us more. What's the advice for the collective? What's the advice? The advice is keep on looking, remain curious. I'm getting like learn new things, and we did talk about that a moment ago. 5335 when I said that. Yeah, like this is definitely given, and the number 8 represent, because I'm just thinking about how that adds up. Like it's like 8 8. Um, so the number 8 represents like abundance, and then if we were to like really dissect that number a little bit more, it adds up to 16, which adds up to 17. So 17 is like good luck. So there's a lot of shit happening here, right? Correct me if I'm wrong though, Aya, if you're still here. Um, that's how I broke it down in my mind. Um, but yeah, remain curious, right? Allow yourself to do some research. You know, allow yourself to look into new information that you might not have um, prior had access to and stuff like that, or just never maybe you were interested in things but you never really looked into it any further than just like I wonder. they're pushing you. They're saying, this is a time to be optimistic too. I'm not sure why I'm picking up on optimism, because like that card is not necessarily about optimism, but I'm picking up on it. Like, so it's kind of giving me like, as you're like doing your research and you're looking into new things, have that sense of optimism while you're doing it, so that way you're in a positive headspace and you're more eager to learn and absorb that information. Yeah, it could even be something for some of you that you really liked even as a kid. Let me know if that makes sense. um so there could, I'm getting even like the curiosity of a child, you know what I mean? Think about how curious a child is, and like they're always like looking at stuff, trying to figure out how things work and shit. Like, I'm getting like little engineers too. Like, let me know if you guys are into like electronics or something. Like, you're the type of kid that, when you were little, you would take things apart and put it back together, or figure out how to make it work better. Like, I'm getting something like that. And I got like super giddy about that, because like my son used to do that when he was little. He would tinker with things. My dad did the same thing. My dad used to make like schematics and stuff for like amps and stuff, and guitar pedals and things like that. He actually marketed them to a few different companies and stuff. And he should have been a lot more rich than he is, honestly. But he kind of gave up on some stuff. But it happens to the best of us. But there could be like an old idea or something that you've been interested in. Hey, Serena, how are you? There could have been an old idea that you kind of put on the shelf. I kind of heard, and they want you to revisit that. I'm getting for someone, and this could bring in some abundance, baby, with this Queen of Pentacles. So I'm just saying, Spirit is saying you might have a really good idea. I'm getting like, what's that show called? Shark Tank, I think. I'm getting some big ideas or something for somebody. That seems very specific, but yeah, somebody could have a $1 million idea that they should put into action or something. Very specific, yeah. But don't let fear and stuff. The moon here in the back, the middle of the deck. Like, don't let like fear and anxieties get the best of you, because the thing is, it's like, easier said than done. Trust me, I know. Maybe worried about what other people are going to think or say, about your ideas and things like that. But this is a time for you to really showcase your ideas, your gifts, and your talents. Spirit is pushing and nudging you to do so. We're definitely going to pull some career cards too. But yeah, I like this for you guys. All right, let's get one more card from the tarot. Let's get likely outcome card. Excuse me. Oh gosh, guys, I'm so. Again, for those of you who know, who've been watching me for a while, I burp every time I do readings. Every time, never fails. Between that, sneezing, my brother was the person who was doing all the sneezing this time. Sirens outside, car alarms, all those things happen. Sometimes lights flicker. Like, those are things that happen a lot during my readings. You'll be like, damn, this bitch has got all the things going on, huh? Yep. Sometimes my cat randomly starts talking. I'm just like, what are you doing? You were like quiet as a church mouse like a moment ago. And she'll like start like almost like confirming things I'm saying, and people cracking up. They're like, yeah, even your cat is like, yep, my mom done spoke. Uh-huh. It's funny. Yep. It all comes down to the decisions, baby. You guys have a decision to make. And, this is about choosing your highest good, because fuck anybody who's been playing in your face when it comes to your money and your energy. No, thank you. It's all done. Yep. The past is the past. Let it be right where it's at, because you have, yep, this is a time to plot. Normally, I don't like this card, but in this case, this is different because of what we're talking about. We have the Seven of Swords. So I'm getting two messages here. One message, because we did see what was the card? The false person. Showed up like 2 or 3 times in the Kipper deck. So there are false people that you're trying to get away from, right? But I'm also getting, or deceitful people and stuff like that. But I'm also getting, this is more about you guys at this time prioritizing this energy of making sure that you are strategizing. Because we did talk about strategizing. Is that card still out here? Or was it in the deck? It might have been in the deck. But the point of the matter is, there was an energy of strategizing. It did show up. So you guys are the sneaky ones now. You're figuring out what is it am I supposed to do to get the fuck out of here? Skedaddle, because you guys, you're trying to do something that's more meaningful for yourself. It's going to help put you in a better, headspace, and it's going to be better for you just as a whole, because you're showing up as the star right now. Some of you guys might be in Aquarius or have it in your chart, but I'm just getting this energy of like, you're remaining hopeful as you figure all this out and navigate this. And keep doing what you're doing, because like you guys, I'm getting like some really super smart, intelligent folks who, are gifted, talented, know their shit. They're not just, gonna take it up the tailpipe anymore. Like, I have too many gifts and talents out here to be playing with y'all. And here I am now ready to really showcase myself. And I love that for you. Yeah, because guess what? The place that you're at right now, unreliable. When I split the deck, it says, and look how they're crossing their fingers behind themselves. Remember, we were talking about there could be a deceitful person. Let's read this. There's some confusion regarding money. People are not following through on their promises, and I said something about that earlier. If you guys want to rewind later on, but sorry, let me read this first. People are not following through on their promises and not pay on time. Expected money may not materialize. So they might be, again, selling you like a hope and a dream, is what I was picking up on even earlier. I was like, I'm getting, somebody might say, oh, like, let's say you're trying to, like, you say, oh, I'm going to quit. And then they're like, oh, don't leave. We'll offer you this. And then you stay, and then they don't actually give you that. That happened to me more than once in my life. And it's like I was offered like management positions and all kind of stuff. Never happened. But they tried to keep me around as long as they could and did a lot of gaslighting and stuff like that. Do not allow that to be the case, because look, there's a possibility for a windfall of money to come your way, right? So just don't, you know, don't stay where you're not welcome. New money, just saying. Spirit's letting y'all know there are opportunities. You just gotta make sure that you make the right choice for yourself. So we're going to get a few from here, and then some advice, and that'll be the end of the reading. And I might do some bonus cards after that, like a what's the tea kind of thing, just to see if there's anything else behind the scenes that you guys need to know, and could pertain to this particular stuff. It could be something a little bit, outside of the box. So if you guys want to stick around and see what that's about, you can. If not, perfectly understandable, but we shall see. I'll let you guys know when it gets to that point, though. All right. So for some of you guys, I'm getting, oh, look at that. Yeah, see, look what's underneath. So bottom of the deck, we have independent. So some of you guys actually might be thinking about starting your own business. That shows up a lot on my channel. It does say, if you're not self-employed, it may be time to have an entrepreneur mindset. I like that. Consider investing in committing yourself to your own business. Your financial freedom will come from being able to stand alone. You can do it. And then underneath that is planner. So they're saying, when we talked about strategizing and stuff, so this could be a time to like do like a business plan and stuff like that, with maybe like a financial advisor or somebody who does like business propositions and things like that, and see if you have an idea, because we talked about somebody's got like $1 million idea. Now I'm telling you right now, if you end up being on like Shark Tank or one of those shows or something like that, or you end up rich, you better come back to your girl and hook her up a little bit with something. Because I said what I said. No, Spirit said it, not me. But nonetheless, let's get like maybe like 4 from here. Let's see what we got starting out. I like this card because it's one of those things where nobody wants to do it, but sometimes it's needed. It says ask for help. Consider asking for help with regards to your financial problems. Look at your financial situation from a new perspective. You still have some resources remaining. So there's nothing wrong with, needing a little bit of extra help. I literally just mentioned some of you guys might benefit from talking to like a financial advisor or something like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. Debt counselors, like I just heard. So there's like, different or credit counselors, rather stay away from those debt resolution companies though, because they will fuck your credit up. I'm just saying. Heard a lot of bad things about those companies, so don't do that. Those are too many cards. But yeah, I just heard that though, so that's just a warning, I guess, for someone in the collective. But yeah, no, nothing wrong with, you know, asking for a little bit of assistance and stuff like that and ideas and stuff like that from time to time. Don't let your pride get in the way, especially if you're a Leo, because we did pick up on that energy. It happens, though. And I'm stubborn as a mule. I'm a Taurus. So I have a hard time asking for help myself. So I'm not knocking anybody who's a Leo. Just saying. All right, we have there's something better. Absolutely. Yes. We know that to be true already, so there's just more confirmation. We also have science here, which this is interesting. It says there's something unfolding for you. Work with the open mind. And we talked about, you know, being, you know, open-minded. We talked about doing a lot of thinking, right? Consider careers in science or any job that unravels the mysteries of the universe. Interesting. Apply a scientific approach to your business or financial problem. So really analyzing thing, right? We did get that thinking man and thinking woman more than once throughout the reading. So it's giving me this energy of, you know, they really want you guys to like think in a, I'm getting like scientific approach, right? Like really doing some deep diving in terms of like, I'm getting even like math too, like, you know, they're very closely related because it's very logical, right? So it's like you have to like really like look at the bells and whistles, how things work, you know what I mean? Like when it comes to coming up with a strategy for how to move sometimes in certain fields of study or work and stuff. Some of you guys, this might be very scientific. Some of you guys are getting nursing possibly for someone. Let's see what we got here. Unethical. Unethical behavior can lead to some serious consequences. Someone is stealing or lying to you about money. Did we not talk about this more than once throughout this reading? Now you just have confirmation of what we already knew. And it also says, don't sacrifice your morals for money. I don't see you guys being like that, so I don't think that we have to worry about that. Let's get one more from here. One or two more from here. If you guys have been resonating with this reading and haven't done so already, please hit that like button. And if you're new, like brand spanking new to the channel, haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button too, and the notification bell. Very important, so that you know when I'm on. I'm doing pretty good. I'm on a little bit of a streak of being on here more frequently, and I'm enjoying it because this is something I really love doing. Love connecting with you guys and just delivering these great messages as you guys are working on yourselves and growing. Like, I love it, especially when people come back and be like, yo, everything you said ended up happening. Especially like when I do private readings, like, you know, just saying, I do happen to do those too. I took kind of like a little bit of a hiatus, but if you guys are interested in one, all my information is in the description box. But anywho, we have be a sport. You're being asked to have more fun or focus on being a team player. You could be great at any sports center or in the field of health. I did say something about health and fitness. Interesting. Improve your finances by considering working as a team or doing a collaboration. Interesting. Okay. So I'm getting like, you know, I'm getting networking. There's actually a networking card in this deck. Um, but I'm getting kind of like that kind of thing too, like, you know, teamwork, networking, meeting up with the right people. Um, Interesting. What's here again? So we talked about business, and now what's here officially? Well, not officially, but on the bottom of the deck here, we have. So I'm getting like collaborative efforts too, like because these came out kind of like together. Um, you know, collaborative efforts in terms of maybe business propositions and stuff like that, or bouncing ideas off of a trustworthy person or people who won't steal your ideas, because that's important. Um, I'm getting something like that. It says, do not be intimidated to enter the world of business. You got this. There was another card that said something like that too, didn't it? Consider executive positions, becoming a CEO, or anything in the corporate world. Interesting. Elevate your awareness and think bigger if you want different results. Wow. Set your sights higher, guys. Don't ever sell yourself short is what I'm getting. Gaia. It's like getting grounded energy. Spend time with nature to be healed, soothed, and regroup. Protecting the planet, herbalism, livestock, or working with nature could be for you. The universe is working with you. Believe in the subtle magnetism to guide you. Interesting. So some of you guys I'm getting a couple messages with that one. Some of you guys might benefit from like meditation and stuff, and you know we talk about this a lot on my channel, spending time outdoors to get grounded and stuff like that. But in this case, I'm also getting some of you guys might benefit from the idea if you are thinking about working in like the healing industry, working with people or talking to people who have some knowledge and stuff about that industry already. So like let's say you're talking about people who like make teas or make like natural body products, like working with like shea butter and oils and all that stuff, like essential oils and all that, hair products that are natural. um I think I just said teas, right? I'm getting a few different things, but aromatherapy, candles, like I'm getting a few different things, crystals, um making jewelry with crystals, like I'm getting a few different things like that. So some of you guys might benefit from talking to the right person to help you, like, you know, get some ideas and start a business. It's pretty cool. We do have unstable in the middle of the deck, but it's in the reverse here. So I think there's about to be some stability coming through for you guys, especially if you are thinking about working on a business. I think that's so cool. Good luck in advance, and I hope that you know it brings you some sense of prosperity, because that's so cool. um, hey, I'm just saying, let me know if y'all do anything with that, because I would be willing to, you know, purchase things, services, and things like that, depending on what it is. If it's something I need, or at least, at the very least, be a part of your support team and help you, you know, push your products. You know, it's funny. There's 61 on here, and then there's 610. If you take that zero off, that's 61 too. So some of you guys might be seeing the number 16 or 61, or the number 7. And 7 is about good luck. We talked about that just a little while ago, didn't we? So yeah, your support team could help bring you some sense of good luck. Look, it keeps popping up. I saw it 3 times now. Look, in spiritual gifts. Just saying. There's people on your, like, in your spiritual team. Nourishment is here. People in your spiritual team that are going to help guide you. I love that. All right, so let's get like maybe 3 or 4 from here to close out. And then if you guys do want to stick around for a quick little what's the tea message, just to get nosy and see what's going on behind the scenes that y'all might not know, the warnings and things like that, you can stick around for that too. But if not, totally understandable. I felt an inkling to look into it though, so there might be a message there for y'all there as well. Let's see. Bottom of the deck, we have Seeker of Truth. You can feel the hidden truth behind your circumstances. Exactly. You know it's time to jump goddamn ship. Confirmation as my phone just went off. Like, you guys know. And, you know, also the number here, 64, adds up to 10. That's representing endings. So there's closure guaranteed to happen for you guys as you guys leave these circumstances behind and move on to something bigger and better that's going to allow for a greater sense of growth and expansion, wealth, a little bit of everything. Yeah, clearing out that orc field. I was just talking about clearing out the orc field yesterday. You know, as you clear out that orc field, number 7 is here again. Hey, blessings, what's up, girl? So keep seeing the number 7 now in different variations at this point. It says it's time to call in energy protection to shield, clear, and strengthen your aura. Now, ironically enough, what did I just say? We're about to look through a little quick what's the tea reading. So this is the first card out from this deck. I'm going to get like 2 or 3 more. And then we'll go from there. But Spirit is kind of giving a little bit of a warning. It's almost like it's like a segue into the next part of what I'm about to do. Which, like I said, is like a separate kind of reading, but the fact that it's almost like setting us up for it. They're like, yeah, it's time to clear out your space. It's also time to protect your energy. So, just saying. Got 2 cards. Oh my goodness. I just love when readings come full fucking circle, bro. It makes me so happy. First off, we got the number 7 here again, but hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some pimping in it. So we got confirmation, my loves. Career transition. Your soul is yearning for a career aligned with passion and purpose. If that is not fucking confirmation and a fucking full circle of everything we just talked about this evening, come on now. Tell me Spirit ain't looking out. Tell me Spirit is not so damn powerful and always make sure that we know that the message is what it is. Like, there's times where I'm like, damn, where's this going? And then I get those clarifications. I'm like, oh, okay, I see exactly what's happening here. And then we also have Source. Because Source and aka Spirit don't fucking play. Okay? And these came out together. Your connection to Source is the light and love that shines through you and leads the way. Listen to what Spirit has to say, my guys and gals. Okay? Spirit is letting you guys know there is, like, luck is and fortune, all that stuff is on your side. And when we say luck and fortune, like, we're not just talking about monetary, we're talking about everything. Everything's about to start looking up. That number 7 is popping up like a motherfucker throughout this reading. I love this. So, but just to see what this says on the bottom, it does say time to lighten up. You may be taking life too seriously. And remember I was saying earlier that some of you guys might be like, you know, all you do is like work, work, work. You go home and you bring work with you. Like Spirit is like, you gotta, lighten your load and do something, fun. Do something meaningful. Don't bring work home with you, especially now if it's stressful stuff. Like, do something worthwhile with you and your family. Do something that makes you happy with, your friends, so on and so forth. Like, it's all, Spirit just saying, like, you guys need to do something nice for yourself and just don't take that energy, that type of energy with you. Because look, more confirmations and stuff. Spirit is like, it's over, it's done, kill it. We have judgment here. You are being asked to let go of all judgments and forgive those who judge you. So, you know, don't worry about anybody else's opinion and shit of like or anything like that of you. We got the number 13 here, and that's my favorite number. Which is, representing, I mean, it says the judgment on there. However, with the number 13 on this card in particular, it's giving me like, ego death. It's giving me major endings and transformations. So it's a good energy to be in. We also have unwavering faith that came out with it. It says, you are being asked to have faith in the unseen. Exactly. God is setting you guys up for success left and right. And sometimes you don't feel it, you don't see it, but that's okay. But things are in alignment. And they just want you to know, have that faith that they're going to make things happen. Believe in miracles. Because look what's happening. Increase. You have successfully manifested something near and dear to your heart. There's going to be an increase in so many areas of y'all's lives. Oh my goodness, this is like making me so happy right now. I'm happy I ended up going on. And I always feel so empowered when I go after my girls because it's like, sometimes I just feel like it's like always like a little bit like I heard the word trolley. It's like I trolley along behind them. Like I watch their readings, and then I'm like I get inspired. I told Lati, I was like, from Tears and Wheat Tarot Show, I was like, I feel inspired to go on. I wasn't going to, but like not like I was like contemplating. I was like, I'm kind of tired. I started like kicking my feet up, and then she went on, and I was like, oh well, it looks like I'm watching her. And then when she went off, or like right before, I was like, I think I'm gonna go on. I feel inspired to do so. Lo behold, I'm here, and look at these great messages coming out for you guys. And look what else we got. A little bit more of that number 7. So we have Universal Bank. Everything you need to thrive is already here. That is giving me like what my girl always says, the law of assumption. Not even the law of attraction, but the law of assumption. When you already know you got it, you got it. Keep that shit in mind, and the rest will all kind of just follow suit. And we also have spiritual growth. I love that. And also the number on here is 13 again. It adds up to 1367. Adds up to 13. You are currently experiencing a lesson required for your spiritual evolution. Thank you, Spirit. That was the last message for this part of the reading. Woo! Child. Guys, you guys are on a fucking roll. I mean, we just started this year. So something's about to happen for you guys. Something big. And when it does, please come back to the channel and be like, Michelle, oh my God, yes, it happened. You know, you let me know. Because when I see these things like popping up in the readings, I'm like, and we got confirmations up the wazoo throughout this damn reading. Like, there's just confirmation after confirmation of, what we used, four different decks, I think, 4 to 5 different decks. And constant confirmations throughout the whole thing. So it's like, it's giving me like, there's definitely, some things looking up for you guys and about to happen. So with all that said, I am about to do a quick little like what's the tea, little be nosy kind of reading to see like if there's anything that you guys should know. Um if you want to stick around for that, you can. If you're not interested, perfectly understandable. But I will say this: there are 7 people here and 10 likes. You take that zero off of there. What does that add up to? The number 8. What is the 8 about? We talked about it just a moment ago. Abundance, prosperity. So as we're talking about career and finances, right? And in that part of the reading, just saying, putting that out there. You guys are on the fucking roll. So good luck in advance. Okay. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. And like I said, if you're new and you're liking what you see here, you're digging the vibe and everything, help your sister out and subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Help support. Greatly would appreciate that. And then on top of that, I am, kind of building up my momentum a little bit more on here again. I used to go live and stuff all the time and post all the time. I took a little bit of a hiatus and a break, but I'm coming back. I feel like I'm coming back strong. So I want to keep this momentum going. And with that said, like the more I see you guys popping in and supporting, the more likely it is that I'm gonna end up doing those personals and private readings on here again. So um, I am gonna do that soon again. I just have to get back into the swing because it is a lot of energy that goes with that. So I just want to make sure that I'm, where I need to be so I could deliver the best messages for you guys and, be as present as I can be. So with all that said, um, you can definitely reach out. Um, Serena, I love that name, so pretty. Um, I have my contact information in the description box. You could just reach out to me via email, and I got you, and we could talk prices. And I always give great prices for people who find me through here. Um, you would definitely get like a discount, and my prices are already reasonable. So I will also say you can ask someone like say Aya Inspired Tarot if she wants to be so kind to let you guys know that I am the real deal when I do my messages because she's gotten readings from me before, like on the lives and stuff. So yeah, and I've gone to her for readings too. So we be helping each other out, right? Um, yeah. So thank you. I love when people can be like, yes, she's a good reader. Like it's one thing like when you resonate with a collective message, but when you get like a private message from somebody and they're still good or even better, like that's when you met a good reader because it's easy. I won't say it's easy, but it's how all this. It's easy as a viewer to be like, "Ooh, I resonate with this message." Okay, that's great. It happens because a lot of people are on the same like collective wavelength and stuff like that. That's why it's called a collective message. But the real thing is when you can get a private, and when you get those private messages and you resonate with a reader, those are the readers you want to stick with because it's like, oh shit, like not only are they great, like at a collective, but they also like I really connect with them on a different level too. Just saying. Um, if any of you guys are interested in private readings, like not live ones, but private, like legit private, you could just go to my page or my channel rather, and I have my contact information there. It's my email address, and you could just email me, and boom, it will be there. And just reach out, and we'll talk pricing and stuff. Like I said, my prices are very reasonable. I will not break your pockets or anything like that. But just know that you'll more likely than not get a really good message and feel like it resonates more times than not. It's usually the case. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. One more time. We're stalking ass motherfuckers. They need to go now. It says stalker, stalking, watching, and obsessed, along with love on the brain, dreaming, fantasizing, daydreaming, and nostalgic. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Here we go. So we do. Some of you guys might have somebody who is watching from behind the scenes, um, checking up on you. They might be watching online and stuff like that, looking through like your social media stuff, trying to figure out who people are, and then like clicking on them and trying to figure out who that person is. I'm getting something like that. I'm even getting like trolls who like might like if you have like your stuff set to public, especially if you're like an influencer or something like that, purposely like trolling and saying negative things just to get a rise out of you, but it's them. Let me know if that resonates with anybody or if it's happened at some point or another. We also have no facts. It says never has the facts and make shit up wise. Yeah, we don't need liars around us, right? Get the hell up out of here with that energy. They try to cock block and, have a negative energy, just trying to mess up everything you've got going on. We don't need that. Yeah, see, look, trying to mess up everything you got going on. Happiness hater. It's like they might even try to like, for those of you, let's say if you like dated this person, which I'm sure that's what it is. You dated somebody, moved on from them, and if they see you moving on with somebody else, like if you have that stuff like online and stuff, they see it and they might try to go to your new person and try to say something or like start stalking them too. Yeah, because they're all in your head, overthinking, stressed, and overanalyzing. Oh god, this person could wear glasses for some of you. Yeah, it's like you're uninterested in them and they're just like, how can I come in and fuck this up? It's like, bro, go away, get a life. What's wrong with you? People are crazy. People are crazy. Let's get like 3 more from here and I'm going to pull from another deck and then we'll get some last little insight just in general, like a last generalized message for the collective and then we'll close it out. Yeah, see, I'm telling you, fake accounts like trolling and shit. I'm telling you. It says fake accounts, fake social media, accounts to spy, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. Like this person is watching you online. I was feeling it, and here they are doing exactly that, crying over you, looking like a damn fool, sad, hurt, and upset. It's like, well, maybe you stop treating people like a piece of crap, then you wouldn't have that problem, now would you? Let's get like maybe 1 or 2 more from this deck, and then we're gonna pull from another one. You might even get some messages from them, like what they have to say to you. Like I said, we're going to be a little bit nosy real quick. Get a little messy. Why not? I was feeling it earlier, so I was like, you know what? Why not do both? This is not like the primary message, but yeah, you guys are unfazed. Unfazed, unbothered, doing your own thing. Some of you guys might like go into like coffee shops and stuff like that. We have creativity. I'm also getting some people might do like the like spoken word and stuff. Let me know if that resonates with anybody here or like writes poetry. Excuse me. Steals your ideas, copies your work, duplicates, feeds off of you. Weirdos. Fucking weirdos. One more from here. Interesting. So 2 cards came out. We have Boss Daddy, stable, rich, business owner, CEO, big dick energy, along with running. I get that this is you guys. Like, even if you're showing up as, even if you're a feminine energy, you're showing up in your boss like energy right now. You're like, I'm a motherfucking boss. I'm about to have all my shit together. Like, I ain't worried about you, and I'm running away as fast as I fucking can away from you because I have no interest. I don't want any parts. Leave me alone. Yeah, this person could be a spiritual hater. Let's say if you're like kind of on the spiritual side of things. I mean, you're watching tarot, so there's a good chance of that. They might have like not liked what you were doing with that kind of thing. It says hates on your spirituality, light, magic, and power here on the bottom of the deck. Lame. Along with child services. Oh hell no. Kids at risk of being taken or it is about to be. Reporting something, neglect, and abuse. Eek. Maybe that's part of the reason why my ear started ringing when I said that. And it's the left ear. For some of you, this seems very specific. That message, that part of the message might be a little bit more geared towards like maybe one person, maybe two people or something. But somebody might have dealt with somebody who had issues with their kids. Like you might have had kids with them, or they had kids with somebody else and had issues with the kids, and like there was like DCF and stuff like that involved. That's not cool, and that could be a part of the reason why you know moved on from them, because you're like, oh, absolutely not. Yeah, we have giving money here in the middle of the deck. Some of you guys might be very generous, and that could be a part of the reason why they want to try to come back around. They might be trying to see like if they can get something out of you, especially if they see you leveling up and doing your own thing. And it's like, yeah, they might come in with like a fake apology. It's a new deck now. Um, yeah, they might come in with like a fake apology, and you just have to be very discerning about that energy. Make sure that, you know, just be cautious. Like you for those of you if this is resonating, you know who this person is. Like you know, like, oh hell no, I don't want no parts with that person. Stay the fuck away from me. You already moved on from them, all that. You know exactly who this person is, and you just know that you can't trust them. They don't have their your best interest at heart. So like, just, you know, tread lightly. Yeah, as I say, tread lightly. Sexual protection. They might have something. They might be out there just sowing their wild oats all over the goddamn place and opening their legs for everybody and anybody. And yeah, they might try to give you something. Could be on purpose for somebody. That's nasty. But there are people like that. Purposely do shit like that. It's disgusting. Like, why would you do that to someone? Between that and trapping people with kids, that's some fucked up shit. It's real foul. And men and women do it. Like, that's just so crazy to me. Like, why would you do that to somebody? But people do it all the time. Keeping a promise is here. So maybe, you know, they're going to come back in trying to act like they're trying to keep a promise to you. Like, oh, you know, we vowed to do this and I was going to be like this and blah, blah, blah. Like, just selling you a hope and a dream and kind of getting. And they might try to come back in with that same type of energy. So you have to just, you know, again, be cautious. Use your discernment. You'll know if they're a liar or not. The police might have been involved at some point. I'm getting like domestic problems and stuff like that. Or they might have issues with the law. I heard repo. I don't know if any of any of you guys resonate with the idea of somebody that, you know, is from your past who had like a car repoed, or like wasn't paying like their taxes and stuff, got pulled over and their car wasn't registered. I literally just like saw the whole thing just happen. So crazy. Just like I saw like a whole scene of something like that happen, like towing the car away and everything. um Let me know if that resonates. That's somebody's story. All right, let's get like 2 or 3 more from here. Divorce. So some of you got a divorce, broke a contract, and did something. Ready to sign them papers. Usher. Papers. Ready to sign them papers. This person could have had anger problems. That could have contributed to why things ended as well. You know, a lot of like red flags and warning signs about the person. Yeah, this person could have put you into a big depression, or they might suffer from mental health issues or something like that. Getting something along those lines. Let's see, let's get one more from here. Thank you. Setting the record straight. So I'm getting this person might try to come back, trying to speak their piece or some shit like that, and then you're gonna be the one. Like that might be their intent. Like, oh, I really want to talk to you. I need to get this off my chest, and you're gonna be the one to be like, look, motherfucker, no, not happening. Goodbye. You know, get out right now. It's the end of you and me. Heard JoJo. Remember that song? Game over, bitch. Game over here on the bottom of the deck. Game over. I do see private relationship here on the top. I'm not sure if this person kept you private or they had private relationships while you were together. The other message I'm getting, though, it could be that you guys are in a relationship that you're trying to keep private. Let me know if any of that resonates at all. If it's more like about you guys trying to keep your relationship private, it makes a lot of sense because we did see that energy of like stalking energy, and you guys might be trying to like kind of keep certain things under wraps because you don't want your business out there, or for somebody to try to infiltrate that information. If that makes any sense. Yeah, this person could be going through some major financial problems with failure here. Wow, holy crap. I did say for shits and giggles, we'll see if this person has any messages for you that they want to say. Because why the fuck not? Just being near you is intoxicating. I love that, Allie. I love that for you. That's awesome. Like, when we are able to reconnect with ourselves after that type of stuff, it's like, it's so liberating and it feels so good. It's like being able to connect with source and source within ourselves. Like, there's no better way to be. There's no better energy to be in. There really isn't. Don't have to worry about anybody mistreating you. Don't have to worry about you mistreating yourself. Like, you really become one with who you are and with the higher power. And there's something so like empowering about that. So for those of you who resonate, keep up what you're doing. Oh, here we go. I can't stop thinking about you. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Right? Yeah, okay. Because that's the thing. It's like they come in with that type of energy and it's like, next. You know what I mean? You gotta skedaddle, mate. Get up out of here. You guys might be seeing the number 5 a lot. Yeah, here we go. I'm getting sex addiction, by the way. Cards here again. Officially on the spread, though. I'm getting sex addiction. I wonder if you're happy without me. Probably. Probably. Getting like a little bit of an obsessive vibe about this person. Hope that you can forgive me one day. So they want forgiveness. That could be like why that what was it? Keeping a promise card came out. So they might come in trying to say, "Oh, I promise you I'll be different," and that kind of stuff, that kind of nonsense. And you know that they're gonna just keep on doing the same bullshit that they're doing already, or have done already rather. It's like they haven't changed, right? They haven't changed. So change is good though. Right? That was literally the first card that came out throughout the whole thing that we were doing tonight. Change. So, and that's why I keep feeling like, that number 5, I've been picking up on that energy a lot. This change is good. And it's what's necessary for you guys to propel yourself forward. So many things remind me of you. Mm-hmm. I like the card stock of these cards. It's good quality. I don't use these that much, but I like how they feel. I used to use these a lot at one point, not that much. I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. I actually think that you guys are saying this to them. I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. I'm grateful for everything that you taught me. But guess what? I am not available. That's you guys. I am not available. Yeah. I couldn't let you get close to me. So some of you guys, you shut that shit down. Like you knew that, when you let them in, they took advantage of that and you had to shut that down. You're like, I couldn't let you get close to me. I couldn't let you keep pulling and siphoning off of my energy. Couldn't do that anymore. This person replays your conversations over and over again, like what they could have done or said differently and stuff like that. But, the joke's on them because at the end of the day, like, they should have done things differently. So we're going to just get, like, maybe 3 last cards. I'm going to read these intuitively. But, ooh, my ear just went crazy when I said that. Yes, Spirit's like, yes, use your intuition. Okay, got it. I usually do anyway. Yeah, we have Yang energy. So this is like the beginning, right? New beginnings happening. Like I heard, I don't know how to say the word, but I can hear the word. It's so weird that cataclysmic. I don't know how to say the word, but it's like when it's like boom, it's like a big bang, so to speak. Um, like cosmic or something. I don't know how to say the word. It's one of those things like where there's a disconnect in my brain, and I can't say the word. I know the word when I see it if I read it and all that, but I cannot just like say it. But it's basically like a big climax like moment. Like, and we're not talking about like an orgasm, but we're talking about like, when big like energies come together and like it's like a almost like an explosion or like a big beginning is kind of what I'm getting. We can say boombastic too. Call me Mr. Boombastic, Betty Fantastic. But we have a serendipity here on the bottom of the deck. I like that. So very serendipitous things happening. These, as we're talking about like these new beginnings, right? Like just kind of happening right when they're supposed to, right on time. Right on time. Clean it up. Dirty mouth, clean it up with orbits. Spirit's funny. But yeah, you're cleaning up your life, right? I'm getting like decluttering energy, like cleaning up your physical space, like around you. I need to do that. Your physical space around you, cleaning up your own act, is what I'm getting to. Like just everything around you, right? Just anything that is unaligned, it has to go. So yeah, come to the edge. Take a leap of faith into the unknown. You don't know what's going to happen, but God will be there to protect you and catch you. You just got to trust in the process, trust in yourself to make the right decisions. You know, you know what you need to do for yourself. Because right now you guys are in between worlds, right? Because there's decisions that need to be made, right? You're like right at the cusp. And look what's with that card officially in the spread now. We just saw it. Come to the edge. So you have to take a leap of faith. So Spirits is confirming what we just already saw and said. You might be seeing the number 3 or 6 a lot, or the number 9. Let me know if that resonates. But yeah, let's get one more from here to close out. Thank you guys for being here and sticking around. I hope that you guys enjoyed both portions of the reading. The other one was more like the, career and finance kind of thing, where we didn't know what was going to happen. It just kind of went that way. It was a good reading. And then now this was more of us just kind of being nosy and seeing what's going on behind the scenes. If there's any messages y'all needed to see and be aware of. And we're just closing out that portion. So we have soulmates, but it was in the reverse. So let's see. So yeah, soulmates, and the number 5 is on here again. Or it's 41 adding up to 5, but soulmates in the reverse. So it's giving me like false twin flames, false soulmates, negative connections. That shit's done. It's over. Yeah, you guys have such a loyal heart, and it's like you're realizing now that like you need somebody who's just as loyal as you. And the thing is, it's like with these owls here, it's giving me like it took your knowledge and wisdom that you've built based on these past experiences, because I'm getting experiences, like not just one experience, but like more than one, where you had to learn some lessons, right? From, maladaptive, relationships and such. That loyal heart, don't ever change your heart for anybody. 411, as I say that. Well, 411 meaning like 4 people, and 11 likes. That's something that's very informative. That's important for you guys to take heed to. They're like, don't change your heart for nobody. That kind, beautiful heart, keep that shit intact. Don't let anybody ever change that, because there's something so special about that, and you're going to meet the right person who's going to also appreciate that and bring the same thing to the table. And look how they're like so connected, right? They're connected to each other. So, ooh, my ear just went crazy. It's the right ear now. Yeah, that's a beautiful message there. Yeah, it's just about learning the lessons, right? Round and round. Those cycles that, keep on repeating themselves. Close out those cycles. When you close out the cycles, new things come in, right? You get to start over. Get out of the conflict and chaos and start anew. All right, Spirit. Thank you for that message. All right, loves. So, with all that said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this message. I definitely enjoyed delivering the message to you guys. This was really fun. This was really informative. Great stuff going on for you guys. and in different areas of your life, right? So you guys keep up on all that good work. And I do hope that you guys enjoyed this. And if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff. Thank you for interacting throughout the reading in the comments, all that. These are all things that are super supportive and helpful for me to help grow the channel. So, yeah, until next time, maybe I'll go on again tomorrow. We shall see. So, until next time, I love you guys. And for those of you who were interested in booking a reading, just reach out to me via email. My email is in the description box. So when I close out of here, you could go to my channel and, check all that information out. So until next time, my loves, guys have a great night. Goodbye and good night.